Hi and welcome back to MRTV. Welcome to this breaking news live stream. And this live stream is all about a new Pimax VR headset. Yes, Pimax is teasing another VR headset on top of all the VR headsets that they have already announced. And this headset is called Pimax Artisan, and since today they are teasing it on their website. So in this live stream we're going to have a look at all the information that we have, very few, and I'm going to give you all my assumptions about the headset because, well, it's only assumptions since I didn't get any information from Pimax. And really interesting, I'm going to give you my opinion on all of this, and all of this goodness is coming up. Hi and welcome back to MRTV. My name is Sebastian Ang and this channel is all about virtual reality. So if you got a headset or if you're going to buy a headset, this is your channel because I'm giving you unbiased and honest reviews about all the VR headsets on the market, and I'm giving you news and, well, pure and honest opinions about all the different headsets, and this video is one of these videos that I can absolutely recommend to you. So if you like all this, why don't you subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss anything. Alright, so Pimax, it never gets boring with Pimax. This at least I can give it to them. Now we got another headset being teased to us, and let's look at the website together. Let's have a look what they're teasing here. Now you should see what I see. And we are now on Pimax.com on the Pimax VR website. So here it is. New arrival. New arrival. That sounds like it's already here, right? Arrival. It has arrived. It's the Pimax Artisan or Artisan. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Anyways, this headset, it looks very similar to all the headsets that we know already, right? The Pimax 5K Plus and the Pimax 8K seems to be exactly the same housing, but we have some interesting different things going on here. We have 120 Hertz as a refresh rate. So this is higher than the normal 90 Hertz that VR headsets are operating with. But well, the Valve Index, it also operates at 120 Hertz and even 144, but we're going to talk about this a bit later. Then 140 degrees FOV. So the field of view is, well, actually smaller than what we got to know from Pimax. Normally Pimax is advertising their headsets as the only headsets that can do 200 degrees field of view. But now it seems like they are going down to 140 degrees FOV. We're going to talk about this a lot later in this show. And we have a resolution of 3200 times 1440. And my assumption is that this is over two panels. So my assumption is that per panel, you're going to have 1600 times 1440 pixels, which also is very comparable to what we see with the Valve Index. And now we have something really interesting, the price. The price is and $49. Now, this is a price that I'm ready to pay, and $490. A really, really interesting price point. And well, who isn't ready to pay and $49? Oh my God, the marketing is just so funny. I'm sorry about this outburst of humor on this channel where normally you see so little humor. All right, anyways, what else do we learn? We learn that Pimax owns an IKEA lamp. This IKEA lamp here, it's a really nice lamp. I also own it, not in red. I think I would rather go for the red IKEA lamp next time because this does fit better to Christmas, right? So Pimax also does like IKEA. And we also have Rudolph here, a red-nosed reindeer, and we have a Christmas present and we have a Christmas tree. Beautiful, beautiful artwork symbolizing that this probably will arrive at Christmas, right? It's gonna be under our Christmas trees. This is what I would guess if I just have a look at this picture, right? I don't know yet where to find the question mark dollar bills. But once I find the question mark dollar bills, definitely the Artisan should lie under my Christmas tree. Okay, enough of mocking. But it's just too funny. You have to admit it, right? It's kind of funny. Anyways, so this is all the information that we have. We have the question mark $49 price. We know that it's called Artisan. It seems like it's using the exact same housing like the 5K Plus and the 8K, the old housing. And we also learn it has 120 Hertz, it has 140 degrees FOV, so it seems like they simply limit this device to their small FOV, because you know normally Pimax you can choose between 3 different kind of FOV settings. The big FOV, the normal FOV and the small FOV. And the small FOV is 140 degrees. So what I believe, and this is my first assumption here, my belief is that they're actually artificially limiting this device to 140 degrees in order to not have those problems of distortions on your auto peripheral vision that you normally have if you go for the higher FOV. So I think they're trying to play it safe here just in order to compete with the Valve Index. But again, my assumption. Everything is assumption here, and most of this video is going to be me assuming things, and the reason is because Pimax is not owning their own marketing message. They are handing it to people like me and to other people. And well, handing it to me is probably a good idea, but handing it to other people, how can you hand your own marketing message to other people to guess? It doesn't make sense. But this is the opinion part that's going to happen in the end of this video. Okay. So now you know as much as I know. Because, well, Pimax did not give out any information to anyone. Not to me, not to other outlets, I believe. And yeah, that is, of course, not a smart move. I mean, okay, they did get this video, but I'm not sure if this is such a positive thing, because they don't know how this video is going to turn out, right? So yeah, you will see yourself. So this is really a big question mark. Why is Pimax coming out with this teasing of the Pimax Artisan shortly before Christmas with this Christmas theme, when I believe this is not going to be sold for Christmas. It's not going to lie under anyone's Christmas tree, for sure not this year, next year perhaps in 2020 or in 2021, but not this year. So why this kind of teasing on 16th of December before Christmas with this Christmas theme, and it even says like new arrival as if it was already here, which it clearly is not. And then also this question mark price. What is going on here? I mean, this is just confusing to me. This is confusing the hell out of me, and probably also of you, right? Because there are already so many Pimax headsets which already are not there, which people are waiting for, which people have just upgraded to in a very complicated upgrading program. And now, on top of all this, after people have already made the decision to probably upgrade after considering all the pros and cons, now they throw in even another option where you don't know how expensive it's going to be, and everything before Christmas. Are you frigging kidding us, Pimax? No, really, I mean, come on. Do you agree with me that this is like questionable? If you agree with me, please say yes into the chat now. I simply want to see what you guys think, and during the course of this show, definitely we're going to have more time for me to look into the chat. So please say yes if you also believe that this is like super confusing on top of everything that we know for Pimax. This is like the icing on the confusion cake. Is this the icing on the confusion cake? Please say yes if you agree with me that this is unbelievably confusing and just like it's unbelievable. And what do you see? Meister Lou, yes. Mango, yes. Yes, yes. Oh my God, it's just so confusing. Anyways, let's keep on talking. So, apart from the confusion part, let's think more about it. Let me assume more. I can only assume, right? I can only assume because I have no further information than what I have here. So my assumption that I have from what we saw on the website is that this is an entry-level Pimax headset. And my assumption is that this entry-level headset is going to be cheaper than the rest. Probably it's like the entry-level headset where Pimax is going to say, okay, if you don't want to spend $1,300 for our headset, if this is too expensive for you, then you can go for the Pimax Artisan. And I believe that the pricing, the question mark 49, is going to be something that is like $100 or $200 cheaper than the Valve Index. So I believe this is either going to cost $449 or this is going to cost $349. Yeah, so another assumption of me, yeah, is that this is going to be positioned, well, if they make this kind of thoughts of positioning, I don't know. Well, if I was working at Pimax, I would think more about positioning and where they position their headsets and their whole brand, which is, yeah, let me not talk about it. So if they actually thought about this, they probably try to position this as a competitor against the Valve Index. So people want to get the Valve Index, it's sold out, and then probably now Pimax comes out with the Pimax Artisan, and if they would own their marketing message, they would try to pit them against each other, and they would say, hey, look at this is the Pimax Artisan. It costs $349. It's $200 cheaper than the Valve Index, and it has more FOV because, well, the Valve Index only has 135 degrees FOV, and our Pimax Artisan, it has 140 degrees, right? So it's more FOV. And also in terms of the resolution, we have something that is very similar to the Valve Index, right? It's very comparable, what we see here, but I can only assume that it's like this, that it's like 1600 times 1440 pixels per eye, which would be the same like the Valve Index, just the horizontal and vertical measures are switched, but that's not a big difference, right? So probably this is being marketed as, I mean, if they market things, they don't really actually market things. This could be positioned as the headset that is competing with the Valve Index on the VR enthusiast entry level. So if this was the case, then of course the question is, if I want to get a Valve Index, and let's say it is going to be available again in the near future, and I believe, of course, Valve is doing everything they can now in order to supply all the people with Valve Indexes, because people will want to have the device to play Half-Life Alyx. So let's say that the Valve Index is going to be on sale soon, and let's assume just assumptions. Let's assume that the question mark is a 4. Let's assume that this costs $449. Then let's say this is the Pimax Artisan, right? With the old housing, with the strap, and without headphones, right? Because it doesn't have the Vision Plus, I believe, and it doesn't have the modular audio strap. So let's say this is the Pimax Artisan, which costs $449. And let's also assume it doesn't come with base stations and it doesn't come with the Pimax controllers. I believe we can all believe that this is the case, that there's not going to be controllers and no base stations coming with the Pimax Artisan. So if it's $449, it's $100 cheaper than the Valve Index base model, then the Valve Index, just the Valve Index headset. Or is the Valve Index headset $499 or is it $549? At the moment, let me just check this. How expensive is the Valve Index if it's available? Oh, I only have the German prices here on the German website. but it's anyways, at the moment it's sold out. Probably you can help me out in the chat. $549. Okay, so let's say it's going to be $200. Let's say the Pimax Artisan is going to be $100 cheaper. Okay, so let's assume this is $449 and so $100 cheaper than the Valve Index. And well, the problem with that is that, well, with the Valve Index, you get these amazing headphones. The amazing headphones. Let me just get the Valve Index. Here it is. Okay. So then you have this clash. Boom. Valve Index competing against the Pimax Artisan. And then, well, okay, this might be $100 cheaper or probably even $200, but you don't have any headphones, right? You don't have these incredibly awesome headphones of the Valve Index. And then, yeah, you will need to get headphones with the with the Pimax Artisan, and they're going to set you back another $50 or what, right? And you always have to put them on after you put on this here. Then also, I assume that everything with the Pimax Artisan is the same like this. So you will get this strap. And really, this in 2020, I assume this is not going to come out before Christmas of this year. In 2020, this kind of strap is not good enough anymore. This strap is shit. Well, MRTV, brutal honesty. I'm sorry, but this is really not good enough anymore, right? Especially if you're trying to compete against the Valve Index, which is like incredibly comfortable. You put it on, you simply turn this knob, and it's going to be super nice, comfortable on your head. So yeah, if you want to save $100 and then, or $200 and then not get this, but get the Pimax Artisan, I'm not sure if this is really going to convince lots of people. But again, I'm only assuming because Pimax is giving the marketing message into my hands here with this strange teasing of the product. It doesn't make sense. It's just such a strange choice to tease this now. It's so crazy. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Anyways, so if this is the case, if $449. I don't see a point for the Pimax Artisan, right? Okay, it's probably it has a bit bigger FOV, but you don't have the headphones, you don't have the comfort, and most importantly, you simply don't have the quality. This thing here, it screams quality. Like if you hold it, you can feel, wow, this is a quality headset. If I look at the original housing of the 5K Plus, I would say yes, it is probably okay, but it cannot compete in any way with the Valve Index. So about pricing, wow, I really $449, I would say expensive. $349, I would think like, yeah, okay, some people will go for it. But then they don't really see that they're missing like the nice strap, that they're missing the headphones. And another part on top of this, okay, if you get the Valve Index or if you get the Pimax Artisan, which customer service would you prefer? So unfortunately, I'm getting lots of messages from disgruntled Pimax owners who say they have put in the ticket in the Pimax ticketing system, but still, after like 1 month of putting the ticket into the system, they still don't have an answer. Hi, you know exactly who you are, right? Probably you're watching this video, the person who did put in the ticket and told me about it, but didn't get any answer until now. And for Valve Index, yes, I think it was bad that the Valve Index controllers didn't click, but when I put in the ticket to Valve Index to Steam, I did get an answer after 1 day, and they did fix my problem with my Valve Index controllers. They had to send me like 2 new pairs, and now the third one, it does click, and I believe they have solved their problem. So I say, okay, it's fine, you have solved your problem, it's good. But for Pimax, Pimax has not yet reached this step where you can say, okay, perfect, Pimax, your support is good enough. I believe it's still not good enough. And so that's just what I can tell from just like the comments that I get from people in the Pimax forum and also from my personal friends who bought the Pimax and who don't get the support that they should get. So it's a big a problem right now. So my assumption, if this is $449 and trying to compete against the Valve Index, going to be tough. $349, okay, $200 cheaper is going to lure some people into the whole thing, but even if it was $349, I think lots of people are going to choose the $200 more expensive Valve Index. That is what I believe. What do you think? What do you think? How expensive is the Pimax Artisan going to be? Is it going to be $349? Is it going to be $449? Or is it going to be $549? I don't think so. But please do let me know what you think the price would be. I would really love to know what your thoughts are. And I'm going to have a look into the chat now. Please do let me know, what do you think is the price of the Pimax Artisan going to be? Put it into the comments now. VR Legion, $49 and you get a free question mark. I like it. And Armin Ruzi, hi Armin, good to have you here. And Armin says $349. Could be. Predator Social Media Buddy, $549. FZ says question mark 49. I think FZ got it here. Phil Morris, £1,000. It doesn't really fit into the question mark 49 kind of thing. Nigo Loto says it can't be 3 or 4. They would have removed the 5K Plus on their website. Yeah. Mango says unlikely to $349, price point $449. And Rendered Reality says $649, available in 2 months. No way, just kidding. Available sometime 2021. And Sweeviver's here too. Yeah, Sweeviver, good to have you here. Man, I'm so sorry that I need to be this kind of critical about Pimax, but man, I have no other choice. Really, I just don't get it why Pimax is doing this. So I need to just let people know what I think, and I need to make these assumptions. I'm sorry about this. It's not your fault, of course, but it's just like, I don't know what's the matter. I don't know. Email Alpha, subvert expectations, and $249. Okay. Deacon Next, $449, but it would be better for $299. And Nigo Loto, Sebastian Sweeviver said it will come with a different strap. Yeah. Well, is that official? Do we know this from the website? We don't know. We don't know. Armin, the question mark could also be a 7 that looks like a question mark. Yeah, anyways. So lots of questions, lots of question marks, not only for the pricing, also like where do they want to, what is their strategy for this? Is this an entry-level model? Is this something that should compete with the Valve Index? I don't know. This is only assumed. These are my assumptions, and the problem is putting this up there, of course we will assume things. And of course they will lose their messaging. They will lose their marketing message. Why would you do that, Pimax? For what reasons do you put this out now with the Christmas things? And why do you lose the power to put out a strong marketing message? I don't get it. It's just like so wrong. Strategically thinking, right? Anyways, let's keep on assuming. So my next assumption. Let's go back to the website. So my next assumption is going to be that this device is going to be an LCD panel. So I believe this is going to be an LCD panel. The reason, if this was an OLED device, they would certainly have written OLED all over the thing. It would for sure show OLED here, and it does not show OLED here, so I believe this is an LCD device. Also, we see here that we have a refresh rate of 120 Hertz, and this also looks more like an LCD display, since, well, LCD displays can do higher refresh rates, and OLED panels have problems with these kinds of high refresh rates. So this is, without a doubt, an LCD panel. At least this is my assumption. Yeah, then, other than that, I must assume that this is exactly the same housing of the 5K Plus from this picture. And also I must assume it does not come with the Vision Comfort Kit. I believe if it had the Vision Comfort Kit, you would see more here, right? But these are just my assumptions. So assuming from this picture, not seeing any kind of like modular audio strap or anything about audio, I must assume that this does not come with any audio solution. So I must assume that it's just the same like the 5K Plus or the Pimax 8K, where you have to use your own headphones, right? And yeah, well, in 2020, it's a tough call to launch this kind of headset. Also, I still must assume that the service is just as bad as it's right now, with people sending in tickets and with people not getting answers to those tickets. So this is what I have to assume. This is simply what I have to assume. Yeah, we have already made our assumptions about the price, so I don't know. I guess $449 to be cheaper than the Valve Index, and yeah, I believe it's going to be a tough call if it's $449, right? Because people will want to get the Valve Index instead, I believe. But well, I can't say for sure. I haven't tried it myself. If I get it, I will definitely try it out myself. But at the moment, it's just assumptions. Yeah, so another assumption, only assumption that I can do, 140 degrees FOV. So 140 degrees FOV is normally the smallest FOV setting that Pimax has. So as you know, the Pimax headsets, normally in the PiTool software, you can choose between the large FOV, the normal FOV, and the small FOV. And well, the small FOV is 140 degrees, coincidence. The normal FOV is around 170 degrees FOV, and the big FOV is around 200 degrees. My assumption is that they artificially constrain the Pimax Artisan to 140 degrees, even though they, without a doubt, they could give you 170 or they could give you 200 degrees, but they will restrict this device to 140 degrees just to get rid of the distortion problem. Because with the other headsets, one of the things that critics always point out is that the distortion will put you off, that you better go for the Valve Index or another headset because these headsets don't have distortion. And my assumption is that Pimax says now, you know what, let's just get rid of the super high FOVs, people don't need them. Our low FOV is good enough. Our low FOV is still better than everything that's on the market for the consumer market. It's still higher than what the Valve Index can give us. And like this, like artificially restricting our headset to 140 degrees is a good idea to the low FOV, because then people will not talk about the distortion problem. So this is my assumption. I'm pretty sure that actually it could give you 170 degrees FOV. I'm pretty sure it could give you 200, but they artificially restraining it to 140 to get rid of the distortion problem. My assumption. Do you think I'm right? Do they artificially restrict this to the low FOV? Say yes in the chat now if you are on my side here, if you believe that yes, the Pimax Artisan is artificially restricting the FOV to 140 to get rid of the distortion problem. Say yes if you agree with me, say no if you think no, it has some kind of other reasons that Pimax has to quickly make up now. Do let me know about this question. Say yes, Armin Rosie, no. Spirit Realm, yes. Sherzod, Ian Galloway, yes. Peter Good, yes. Beat Meister, thank you so much for your 5 Swiss francs. Okay, possibly, maybe, probably. Probably, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait for what they say, what they officially say to it. No idea. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out soon. Anyways, these are just my assumptions, and the thing is, I assume here because Pimax is not able to give out good communication material, right? I wouldn't have to stand here and assume if Pimax had given out one press release about this device, right? And now we have to assume. So my assumption is actually this is just the normal, this is the normal Pimax kind of headset, right? With the displays like having an angle, and probably, yeah, why not? Why shouldn't they be able to give more FOV, right? Why not? What would be so different about this display? So yeah, anyways, I don't know. This is just my assumption, and probably perhaps it's wrong, could be, but well, we don't know, since Pimax simply put out this picture and this picture only, and there is no other material that people can work with. So, what other assumptions are here? All right, yeah. So, the next question, of course, let's change back again. The next question is, when is it going to be available? And why? Why in the first place is it there? Since just now, the people who already own like the Pimax 5K Plus or all the backers of the Pimax campaign, they had this really complicated upgrade process, right? Where they were able to upgrade to the 8KX or where they were able to upgrade to the 8K Plus. Why now, where they probably have just made this decision to upgrade to another headset, why would you now introduce just another headset, which, I don't know, probably is better for some people if it's cheaper? Right? Probably they wouldn't have gone for the 8K Plus if the Pimax Artisan had been announced, and probably this only cost $349. I don't know. We don't know. So why the beep does Pimax put out this now? What is the reason? What is the strategy behind putting this thing out? This is the big question. And when is it going to be available? And how will the Pimax backers react? How will the general public react? Because we've seen now in the beginning of this video, I asked, do you believe this is a confusing move? And I think all of us said yes. Because we already have the Pimax 5K Plus, we have the Pimax 8K Plus, not really, but it's there. We have the Pimax 8KX, and we also have those ruggedized versions of the Pimax headsets, right? And now to put out another headset there without any information and with this question mark 49 price is simply confusing. And I simply ask myself, why is Pimax doing this to themselves? Why is Pimax doing this to the Pimax employees who probably also now get these kind of questions like that they are not allowed to answer? So it's just like, why? What is the reason? What is the reason to put this out here onto the Pimax website? I don't know. Yeah, so let's see what else I have here on my note cards. Yeah, okay, so these were my assumptions. These were my assumptions about the Pimax Artisan. Now, oops, sorry, like this is better. Okay, so I gave you the facts, the website. I gave you my personal assumptions, which might be right, they might be wrong. They are just my assumptions since I don't have any other material to work with. Now we're getting to the opinion part. I'm giving you my personal opinion about Pimax putting out this Pimax Artisan on their website and giving us quite a lot of extra headaches what Pimax is concerned. So in my personal opinion, Pimax has several problems. And one of their main problems is simply communication. Still and all over again, communication. Why put out this thing now? There's no reason to really put this out. It doesn't make sense. And there's zero communication about this headset. I didn't get any information beforehand. I didn't get a press release. I didn't get anything. So even if Pimax would have sent a press release to me, right, which says, okay, Sebastian, this press release, it's for you and you cannot talk about the contents of all these things, but here are the information. This is what's going to happen next year and keep it under wraps, but so just you know. I wouldn't have made this video like this, right? But there's zero communication, zero. I had no idea about the Pimax Artisan. And I just got this information from a friend of mine from VR Legion. And so I was just like as surprised as everyone else. And this is to say, like, I'm kind of close to Pimax. I know them personally, right? You know, I know Sweeviver and Kevin, all great people. And I also know some of the Pimax management team in China. And I'm really like one of the outlets, one of the media outlets that would actually talk about Pimax. Right? Like the bigger ones, they seldom talk about Pimax, and now I know why, because they simply don't have anything to work with. So yeah, so I don't get it. Why don't I get a press release with all the information which says embargoed until, I don't know, 7th of January, CES 2019. It wouldn't be so hard, right? It's just one email, and you wouldn't have this video stream right now. I don't get it. It's just like so unprofessional. It's just like a big question mark. Why is there no communication? Why is there no press work? Not at all. Why do they harm themselves like they do? I think this is one of the big problems that Pimax has to solve. And it wouldn't be so hard to solve it, right? It wouldn't be so hard to solve it. Then, what is the overall strategy of Pimax? What is the strategy to put out yet another VR headset? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So you have the Pimax 5K Plus, which was positioned now like an entry model. And I believe that the Pimax Artisan is going to be some kind of entry model. This is my guess, right? I don't know about this. This is just my guess. So now you have the Pimax 5K Plus and you have the Pimax Artisan there, and then you have the Pimax 8K Plus and you have the Pimax 8KX. And for all these headsets, we don't really know when will Pimax actually deliver them. So we already have this confusing mess where we don't know when are they going to deliver and what kind of model actually to buy. Isn't that super confusing? It was already confusing enough, but now put out that Pimax Artisan on top of everything. It's just like super, super confusing. And what is the strategy here, dear Pimax? I don't see any kind of strategy. I only see, okay, you're putting out headset after headset after headset. You are promising stuff which you cannot hold, which you break, and you're losing the credibility. That is, in my opinion, your biggest problem. You're losing all credibility by doing things like this, by being so unprofessional with your marketing and with your PR strategy, and by putting out headset after headset after headset. It is just like, I'm confused myself, and like I'm really into the topic. But just think of the normal VR enthusiast. Yeah, what is he going to do now? What is he going to think? It's just like unbelievably confusing, and I totally don't get this. It just seems like there's no strategy at all. It seems like the Pimax management is also not really sure about this, and it still feels like this little company who has great products, and I still like the products. When I was in Amsterdam, I loved the Pimax 8KX, and I also loved the Pimax 8K Plus. Great headset, super comfort, and very nice headsets. But everything around it, it just seems like so confusing. It just seems like they simply do and throw out things without like stepping back and thinking, hey, how does this fit into our strategy? Hey, how will the general public react to this? Hey, can we hold our promises? Like, hey, can we actually make an impact on the market with all these different headsets and all these different models? It's just super confusing. And in my opinion, there is a problem here with the strategy and with the communication, right? Because now with this thing, with putting it out, let me just show it to you again, since it's so funny. By putting out this website here with the Christmas tree and the IKEA lamp and the question mark and the price, it's just like, what is this? What is this thing? When is it going to arrive? It's just super, super confusing to me. Wow, really no strategy at all. And now the thing is, Pimax is losing their marketing message and giving the marketing message to people like me, which is probably not in their best interest right now. So I don't know what's going on. It really seems like there's absolutely no go-to-market strategy, just throwing out everything and not being sure how actually go to market with all these products. Okay, so now, dear Pimax management in China, where should I start now? In my opinion, if I was now you, if I was now the Pimax management, what I would do is the following. I would get rid of most of your headsets and I would simply offer 2 headsets. I would make it really easy for people. I would offer 2 headsets. Number 1, I would offer the Pimax 8KX and I would market it as the best headset on the market. That's it. $1,300, and let me tell you again, I believe that $1,300 is a good price compared to Star VR, compared to Xtal. I believe with $1,300 you have an amazing headset, probably the best headset on the market. Market this as the flagship device, the choice of VR enthusiasts. Boom, that's it. That's it, Pimax 8KX. And as a second headset, okay, why not use the Pimax Artisan? Why not? Market it as the entry-level VR enthusiast headsets, which only cost $349. And, well, it is good enough. It has a high FOV. And if you want to delve a bit into big FOV headsets, go for the Pimax Artisan as your entry-level headset. Easy, everyone will understand it. Enthusiasts, Pimax 8KX, beginners, get the Pimax Artisan, and that's it. Get rid of the Pimax 8K Plus. Get rid of the Pimax 5K Plus. Simply have 2 headsets. Boom. I wanted to ask you, do you agree with me that this would be the way better strategy? Simply selling the Pimax 8KX and simply only selling the Pimax Artisan. Say yes if you think yes, Sebastian. That would be so much simpler, and probably they would sell a shitload of headsets more. And say no, Sebastian, you're wrong, and tell me why I'm wrong. So please do let me know what you think. Do you agree that it would be much better if they would just get rid of all this mess and confusion, sell only the 8KX and sell only the Pimax Artisan? Let me see what you say. And Meister Lou, agree. Guinea 54, totally agree. VR Guru. Predator Social Media Buddy, I agree. Rendered Reality, yes. Ewan Galloway, I agree. Yes. Great Tantrum, yes. A Princeton, way better. Aranite, yes. A Princeton, yes. Nigo Lotto, yes. Peter, good, yes. Ken, yes. Colin Webb, yes. And Warm Eden says I'm wrong and right in the same time. That's just as confusing as Pimax. Beautiful, says Aranite. Yeah, so I really think that most of you would agree with me here to make it simple, yeah? Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Have 2 headsets. Have the Pimax 8KX as your best VR headset that the VR enthusiast must have. And have an entry-level thing. I don't know, probably the Pimax Artisan is an entry-level thing, right? Super entry-level, 349 or what. And yeah, that's it. It's going to be so simple. You will be able to market it so beautifully. You will not confuse anyone. People will love it, and I believe that this would be way better. And then you can also concentrate on other things. Then you can concentrate on a better customer service, right? Then you can concentrate on, for example, yeah, getting the modular audio strap out there for the backers, for the Pimax 8K Plus users who are still waiting for the modular audio strap. You could concentrate on important things, on way more important things than Pimax 8K Plus or 5K Plus or all this confusion which is going around. So this is really, yeah, this is my opinion, and I believe that lots of people would agree. So if somebody could share this video with the Pimax management in China, I'll be very grateful, because honestly, I really I would like to see them succeed, really. I really like the people, but I don't like what they're doing here. I think they are really like, the biggest problem that Pimax has is themselves, really. I would be so happy if Pimax actually would make a big impression on the VR industry, but like this, they won't be able to do so. They are their own biggest problem. This is how I actually see it, and I'm sad about it because I really like their products, and yeah, I really like the people as well, right? So it's just so sad to see how they sabotage themselves by amateurish PR or non-existent PR, by promising things that they cannot keep, and by all these things. So this is really a huge problem. Actually, they have great products on their hands, and if they came out with the right marketing message, with the right PR, they could become a force. They could become like a really nice company. And I want to make like one comparison that I've made in the past as well. This could be a success model. This could be a huge success model. Do you know the company called DJI? Probably yes, right? You know DJI. They're making drones. They're making high quality drones. And I want to ask you right now, would you agree with me that DJI is a respectable company, that you have full trust when you buy their products? Say yes. If you believe that DJI is a respectable company and you don't feel funny about buying their products, say yes. If you believe that DJI is not a respectable company and you wouldn't buy their products, say no. Please let me know if you agree with me that DJI is a respectable company. Predator Social Media Buddy, yes. Artisan, yes. Great Tantrum doesn't know DJI. And Sweetviver's here. Hi Sweetviver, I'm so sorry about this stream, man. To you, yeah, not to Pimax, but to you. But I know that you cannot change anything, so you know, right? So yes. And somebody can't trust the Germans. So the thing is, DJI, I'm not sure if you knew that, DJI is also a Chinese company. And the perception of DJI as compared to Pimax is completely different. And well, DJI, they have a very professional management. You don't even know that they're a Chinese company, right? Because you feel, hey, their management style, everything just feels so professional. Probably you even didn't know that DJI is actually a company that started in Shenzhen, China in 2006, right? So the same stuff, but they have a professional management. And it just doesn't feel like a Chinese company since everything is managed just so professionally, right? Probably you didn't even know that DJI is a Chinese company. And well, for Pimax, you simply feel that Pimax is a Chinese company all over, and the management style is just like, wow, it's just a big difference as compared to DJI. Let me say it like this. And Pimax actually would have everything that is needed to also choose the DJI model, right? They also have good products. They're also close to where everything is being manufactured in China, but they should go more for a more professional American style of management. Then they could pull it off. But right now, I really think that things are not looking too good for Pimax. So there has to be like a big change in their communications, in their management style, or I don't know in what, and also like in general customer service and so on and so forth. Yeah, so this is my opinion. This is my opinion. So they have to be way more professional on communication, on strategy. I don't feel any strategy here. I see zero strategy in whatever they do. So this is my opinion, my personal opinion here. And yeah, I simply wanted to let you know in this live stream. Okay, so now I've given you all the information that Pimax has put out. I've given you my assumptions and also I have given you my opinion. I think that is everything that I can do for this live stream. And I really want to know your opinion. Please leave your opinion down in the comment section below. And if you liked this live stream, then why don't you give it a thumbs up right now? Right now, give it a thumbs up if you appreciate honest opinions. Opinions that are my own and that are not, that are independent and honest opinions. All right, that's everything I got. Also, by the way, if you have not yet subscribed to MRTV yet, do so now and click on the bell button so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. That's it, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.